Hello everybody, and welcome back to Dishonored 2. So last time we went through the Clockwork Mansion. We unfortunately killed Kirin Jindosh, even though I wanted to do the other thing, but his robots got to him first. And we rescued Anton Sokolov from his grisly mansion. I don't quite remember what mission comes next, but we're having another visit from the Void. So let's have a look. Alright. Let's go. And we're back in the void.
But somehow different this time.
Yeah, it's different. It's brighter.
Surprised I can pull you into this place? The outsider marked me long ago. I made you flee your precious tower and turned your father into cold stone. How difficult for you. But when I was young, sweet Jessamine and I were close as sisters, sharing a secret. Emperor Kaldwin had another daughter, born in shame to a kitchen maid.
Am I dreaming? If not, how is Delilah doing this?
I told you. You're older. How's next year?
You said that last year. Jessamine's younger than me, and she's a court every day.
Business? Well, it's complicated. You'll understand someday.
What did I do? I'll be good. I swear.
Next year, I promise.
Revealing a bit more about Delilah's backstory.
During the day, Jessamine and I played games in the tower. But at night, I'd go back to the servants' quarters to cockroaches and thin gruel. Emperor Daddy would visit and tell me if I was good. Next year, I'd be old enough to come to court to be a princess. Then one day, pretty Jessamine broke something worth a fortune, and the spy master caught us. She claimed I did it, and he whipped me in the garden house until I bled. My mother lost her kitchen job, and that night we were out on the streets with no place to sleep.
It all somehow manages to come back to Hiram fucking Burroughs.
We were just playing.
Young lady Jessamine, what's your name?
It was her. Delilah's life. She broke it.
That was Hiram. It's so interesting how everything seems to come back to Hiram. Hiram set so many of these terrible, terrible events into motion.
Mother and I saw the nastiest parts of Dunwall, ending up in debtor's prison. Jessamine died quick on an assassin's blade, but my mother lingered for weeks after a fat guard broke her jaw. They threw me out when she died. I looked up at the lights of Dunwall Tower and swore revenge. Washing bedsheets in a brothel, I painted on the side, until Anton Sokolov took me as a student. That's the polite word for it. I was crafty even before the outsider marked me, and survived the worst the Empire could offer. Now, it's your turn.
My mother's sick. She needs help.
Your mother kicked off while you were out begging. She's another bag of bones now, girl.
What? No!
Her sentence is served and she'll be tossed out with the others. You can't stay here anymore.
Yeah.
It's hard to know whether my dear old aunt is telling the truth or not.
Yeah, it's a bit... It makes you feel a level of empathy if she is telling the truth.
When I saw what they'd done to Anton Sokolov, I wanted to hurt everyone who'd helped Delilah and the Duke of Serkonos pull off their coup. Sokolov is the man who made whale oil into a weapon, who turned back the plague, and now he's barely able to speak. The hands that painted the most powerful men and women of our time shake too badly to hold a spoon. When he does talk, he's going to give me a name. The next step along the way to Delilah Abel, then Delilah herself. A name. That's all I need.
I'm with you, even in the void. If only I could do more.
Mother? That wasn't a dream, was it?
Am I to blame for Delilah's bitterness?
All this is her doing, and she'll die for it.
Our decisions have weight. I feel my time drawing to an end. Soon.
Let's read our journal stuff. Sokolov is safe. I killed Kirin Jindosh for abducting Sokolov, for working for Delilah and Duke Abel, for the part his clockworks played in the coup that took my throne, for the clockwork army the man was building. He may have been smart, but he wasn't invulnerable, not like Delilah. I imagine he was jealous of Sokolov, for good reason, I suppose. Who cured the rat plague? Who changed the world with machines fueled by whale oil once Esmond Roseborough discovered the liquid power trapped there? And his paintings. Genius isn't a word I use very often, but Sokolov deserves it. Speaking of the old goat, it's good to see him again, though he looks weaker than I expected, tired, and smaller than I remember. I hope that his mind is still. I hope that great mind of his is still working. Delilah in the void. I dreamed of Delilah Copperspoon. No, this was more than a dream. I was in the void. Somehow Delilah brought me there. I don't know if she was showing me the true past or a fabrication. She spoke of my grandfather, Emperor Euhorn Jacob Caldwin. History says he was a man of honor who served his people, but Delilah showed me all his promises unfulfilled, all those easy lies. And she showed me my mother, Jasmine, as I never imagined her, spoiled and petty, entitled. And finally, a great injustice, Delilah's mother dying in a debtor's prison. I have so many questions, but how do I sort the truth from the lies? And I don't think you're ever really given a concrete answer. Because everyone who would know the answers is dead.
For a man of his age, Sokolov's making better progress than I would have expected.
Good to see you're still with us. Thank you for helping, Anton.
Sokolov's not the only one making a rapid recovery. I'll be good enough to leave soon. There's a lot to do. Of course, unless the Duke falls, he'll undo my best efforts here.
Then we'll have to make sure Delilah Abel doesn't overstay his welcome.
Karnaca's key leaders are flawed, for certain. After all this is settled with the Duke, and the time of the coup has passed, whichever ones are left standing could change things here. Consider that, as you come face to face with the Duke's remaining associates.
Some of them have made their beds, Alexandria.
To Dr. Hypatia, I couldn't be happier about the news you gave me. The people here in the Dust District desperately need someone like you. I understand that you cannot see patients in Addermire anymore, and that it's too dangerous to go back to your apartment. I'll arrange something. We'll find you a safe place to hide and give free consultations as you suggested. I'll send word about it via the Miners' Family Committee and some friends I have at the Silver Spike newspaper. Welcome back to the city, Lucia Pastor. I've seen mean storm clouds gather only to disperse in an hour's time. I've seen monstrous waves in the distance, towering like high hills that were only a ripple by the time they reached the boat. Things aren't right, they never have been, but at least everything's held at the center for a long while. Now I worry all the time, for me, for Anton, for everything. I should quit, disappear again. Anyone else would, I think. Self-preservation is only natural. I could take my boat and go anywhere. Be anybody, be nobody. Nobody again. I'd like that. If I have many different lives, could I start a new one now? How many more do I have left? I'm so tired. Wish I could sleep and wake up as somebody else. Yeah, I can't really blame you.
Emily.
Ah, the Empress has risen. A peaceful sleep, I hope. Nothing like the pillows at Dunwall Tower, made of goose feathers.
Sit down when you want to talk.
Trip to the markets. Megan, I thought of a few things I need when you go into Karnaca. I'd get them myself, but you know what it's like for these old bones to walk so far. I need a smaller shirt. Seems everything I own falls off me now, and you're right, I suppose I need some soap. And a good hair tonic for my beard and what's left around the sides of my skull. You like the Tivian stew I made last week, so if you'd like to have that again, get lamb if we can afford it. If not, don't worry. My appetite isn't what it used to be. A bit of bread and a few shrimp will get me through most days, but don't forget the wine. If that's not too much, I could use some more paints. I'm out of cerulean, ochre, and ultramarine. Anton.
Anton, you've had 3 days to rest. Tell me how to kill Delilah.
They tortured him. His body is covered with bruises.
Delilah has the throne, and my father is missing. This is Anton Sokolov, the greatest mind in the Empire.
No, Emily. Megan is right. I can make electricity move from one side of the room to the other, but Delilah is beyond my understanding. When I came to Serkonos, I meant to leave everything behind. But when the assassination started, I couldn't ignore it. By the time Megan and I connected the murders to the Duke, it was too late. The Crown Killer came for me. It kept me alive from my knowledge that I saw things. Jindosh often had a visitor, Breanna Ashworth.
She's the curator of the Royal Conservatory.
Yes, Ashworth is dangerous, as obsessed with the occult as Delilah. Apparently, she's working on a device called the Oraculum.
There's more to her than either of you know.
If Ashworth is one of Delilah's lieutenants, I need to eliminate her.
I
Who
think I
knows
know what
this
mission it
device
is now.
capable of, or what she's up to. Jindosh won't be making his army of clockwork soldiers.
Temporary closure of the conservatory. Dear patrons, due to an alarming increase in the mite population and with the full knowledge and approval of Duke Bell himself, the Royal Conservatory will remain closed for the foreseeable future. Our apologies, B. Ashworth, curator.
One of the more elaborate structures in Karnaca, closed to the public. More of the Duke's questionable rulership. It'll be good to see the Royal Conservatory, even if it's closed to the public.
Wake me when Karnaca starts to burn. What a painting that will make.
Alright. So I believe this is the mission that's going to have us heading off to the Royal Conservatory. Oh, new thing. Breanna Ashworth is my next target. Breanna Ashworth, I only know her by reputation. Born to the Dunwall aristocracy, she's a sculptor and a curator of the Royal Conservatory in Karnaca. One of Delilah's lieutenants, maybe her closest confidant. They share a taste for the occult. While being held, Sokolov overheard conversations about a strange device being constructed near Ashworth's supervision, the Oraculum. Something more convoluted than the clockwork killing machines, but every bit as dangerous, no doubt. I think an after-hours visit to the conservatory will give me the answers I need.
We'll take the skiff. I don't want to bring the dreadful whale any closer than we have to. There is a small dock in Syria Gardens, close to the conservatory. That's as far as I can take you. Ready to go?
Yeah,
Let's do this.
Let's go.
This is another really cool mission. I think visually and aesthetically, this is probably my favorite from this game. Favorite or second favorite? It's in the top two.
There'll be a Grand Guard presence outside the Royal Conservatory. Inside, be prepared for anything. Ashworth runs with an eclectic crowd. They'll be the real danger.
Someday I'd like to know more about how you met Ashworth.
I know you would. Trust me. Ashworth is important to Delilah. Which brings up something else. You might be able to exploit the Abbey of the Everyman in removing Ashworth from play. Turns out the Vice Overseer in Karnaca has been watching Ashworth from a hidden outpost near the Royal Conservatory. Check it out first if you want more options. Remember, if she's still working with Delilah, Ashworth is a grave threat.
Thanks, Mary. See you soon.
All right. Let's going? Words? Yeah. One of those words is right, probably. New mission clue. Records, yeah, okay.
As long as it takes. We'll be picking up balusters.
Time to pay the price if you want to live.
Never heard of her. Oh, wait, wasn't she a waitress down on the docks?
You must have heard the stories about Pirate Betty. About all the terrible things I've done to the fools who refuse to give up some trinkets or a bag of coins.
No, I've never heard one word about your exploits, but go on. What did you do to your marks? Give them a good tap on the nose?
For shit's sake, why do you have to ruin everything? I played my part when I was the victim. How are we supposed to attract any suckers if you won't play along?
You're the worst thug I've ever seen. Pirate Betty, my ass. You couldn't scare a seagull.
What a moving, tragic death. You're a far better actress than I am. I told him. I says it ain't right, coughing up black like that.
Okay, that minor situation has been handled. Let's get investigating. How are they handling my... Yep. Thanks, rats. I think that's also an interaction that changes depending on chaos. Like, I don't think they necessarily kill each other. Okay. We made it to the Overseer outpost.
Kinda dry. You really go for a whiskey or something. Maybe one of them 2-penny drinks.
Let's have a look around, see what we can see.
What the? Breanna Ashworth, curator of the Royal Conservatory.
Can't stand my own stench.
The overseer of the forward face of the Abbey.
Okay, I'm gonna have to
but equally
replay that one
important
because
to
I forgot that there was a dude in here.
Is it
So let's
possible?
restart this one. Hold
So
on.
Vice Overseer Byrne thinks Ashworth is interfering with the oracular order. If true, it's another reason she has to be eliminated.
Okay, let's play this one again.
Breanna Ashworth, curator of the Royal Conservatory. For a while, I believed Ashworth has some connection to the occult in Karnaca. Something is happening that I don't understand. The overseers are the forward face of the Abbey, but equally important are our sisters from the oracular order. To be direct, I suspect something is wrong within their sect. Subtle changes to the types of proclamations they've been making. Small but troubling deviations from tradition. But publicly saying anything along those lines will get me accused of heresy by my rivals within the Abbey. Is it possible that Ashworth has infiltrated the Oracular Order.
Hmm. Okay, so now we have a map of that place. Sweet. Overseer Ogburn. I should be back within a few days. Continue to compile information on Breanna Ashworth's activities despite the odd letter we received from our oracular sisters in Calero. It's not like them to issue a proclamation without certainty, but I know I'm right about Ashworth. My gut tells me she's a threat. That said, the Howlers are my priority. This conflict with Paolo could affect our influence in Karnaca for years to come. Yours in the strictures, Vice Overseer Liam Byrne. So yeah, the Overseers are a bit stretched thin at the moment. Oracular Order divided. A representative from the Sisters of the Oracular Order in Sarkonos paid a surprise visit this week to officials at the Grand Palace, delivering a message that calls into doubt the Order's formerly held position on the illegitimacy of our new Empress, Delilah Caldwin. Seems there is intense disagreement between the sects of the secretive organization. While not a full reversal, the visit to the Grand Palace prompted the following statement from Duke Liqua Bell. It pleases me that our Sisters of the Oracular Order have come closer to endorsing our beloved Empress, Delilah Caldwin. Her recent and valiant coup is an attempt at restoring the just rules of the Empire. I advise the Oracular Order and the ever-stubborn Abbey of the Everyman to immediately embrace Delilah as Empress, accepting her wisdom and authority. We thank the Oracular Sisters for delivering this vision, and we can call for a day of celebration. Meanwhile, Vice Overseer Liam Byrne, speaking on behalf of the Abbey of the Everyman, advises restraint, saying that the latest missives from the Oracular Order are still being interpreted and debated. Yeah. It's strange to be sort of aligning ourselves with the Abbey in a strange way.
Getting so one can't even breathe no more.
The Abbey is usually wholeheartedly planted against us, so it's a unique thing whenever that's not the case. Alright, let's go investigate that. The black market shop, see what they're peddling today. No, okay, no, that's the way out to the next area. Nice job, little rat friends.
Huh? Sorry.
More woes affect Dust District residents. The situation inside the Bethesda district continues to deteriorate at a rapid pace. Not long ago, the area prospered under the watchful eyes of mining operations owner Aramis Stilton. But the well-liked workers' advocate disappeared 3 years ago under suspicious circumstances, and since then the entire district has been afflicted by increasingly foul air and gang violence. A functionary from the Grand Sarkonan Guard admitted that the group has essentially abandoned the area. It's simply too dangerous. He said of the crime inside what is now commonly called the Dust District, the overseers and the damn howlers fight for control of the streets, with skirmishes every day, assassinations, torture, and so forth. After a while, we just decided to withdraw and let the two have it out. He said, sealed it all up behind a few well-placed walls of light.
We're closed. All right, we're open, but please make it quick. Welcome to my shop. Say, an acquaintance of mine is supposed to be holed up in an office overlooking the Royal Conservatory. Check on them if you're headed that way. I'd check myself, but the streets are locked down. I'd make it worth your time.
I'll think about it.
Yeah,
See
sure.
anything you like?
Okay, now I remember this wheel being important for something.
What? Why do you cover your face? What do you want? Oh, I'm sorry. Please take a look around. Come in, my friend.
Howling bolts
Always
and
a
armored
delight to see
bullets,
you.
ricocheting shots. Have I ever gotten that before?
I have some upgrade plans for your gear.
Ricochets off hard surfaces, including enemy armor. Okay, so for this final
This is
upgrade with our
against-
pistol.
And keep a close watch on your coin.
So that's what our pistol looks like right now. Very cool looking. We'll add our final
Welcome back.
upgrade to it.
Please, take your time. No need to wrap it for you, I suppose.
And there we go. That's our final look. So steampunky. I love it. Such a cool,
It's a
such a
pleasure
cool
to
looking
have
gun.
such a unique young lady in our store. Welcome back. Please,
Okay,
take your
let's have a
time.
look. Yeah, we'll grab more of
Excellent
those.
choice.
Yeah.
I'm certain you will be satisfied with your purchase.
I'll do this one just so I can get all different types of ammo now. What else can we grab? Yes, we'll grab that. And we'll grab that. We'll grab one of those. And a couple of those. Sweet! Okay.
Farewell, and do take care out on the streets.
Nerves is shot. Has the wall of light been acting up?
No. The technical officer came by and said it was fine.
It's just like mad. Why can't I wear my regular
Yesterday,
clothes?
the wind kicked up so hard I thought the windmill was gonna fall apart. The wall of light was flickering and sparking like crazy. Pretty sure
Someone there?
I thought I saw
Nothing
someone
here?
right here. Let's
have a
check the
look
place
around.
just in case.
Okay. Okay.
Did I imagine that? Wonder what I'm doing. Sure.
One,
I wonder
two,
who that was.
3. Okay.
Something moved.
Come on!
Can't
I don't
stay
have time
hidden
for
forever.
games.
Okay. Let us see.
I'm about half sure there
nothing
was
after
something
all.
going on.
Huh?
Next time.
Nice. It's just so much easier to take them out of the picture.
Who opened this door? Let's see. What was it?
Oh, well now he's dead. God damn it. Why did she not auto-grab? Isn't she supposed to auto-grab? Okay, what the fuck? Are you fucking serious? He just went flying over my head. What the fuck? I don't think anyone detected me, right? Maybe this guy did.
Times. Hard times. Gotta be on the
Okay. Damn it. Okay. Okay, there's one. I remember there being some witches through here.
That's what happens when you're scared.
Actually, I can't even remember if these are witches or just like howlers. Rapallo. When you receive my letter, I want you to pack a bag promptly when you receive my letter, I want you to pack a bag promptly. Leave within the hour of reading this and save yourself from jail or execution in Karnaca. Stay with me in Sagunto for a month or two, and we'll drink until we cannot remember what happened to your dear sister when she insulted Duke of Bell. The news that she faced a firing squad broke my heart, but hearing that she did it just after having both her hands removed fills me with rage to the point of madness. Christo. Is there only the one?
Rice. That's the part I always mix up. Rice. Not twice. I can hear her voice. I can feel her spirit.
Yeah, okay.
Air feels damp, heavy. Could be a storm coming in. Now what? Seems every time I turn around there's another commotion. Even if I was to die today.
It's 2 less switches that we have to deal with later on. Let's put you in the dumpster. Now you are hidden in the dumpster. Now this man is also going to go in the dumpster.
Linda, you look great. Enrico said to give you his regards.
That donkey-faced cretin can open his wrists for all I care. Did you bring me something? The silver cigarette case, like we agreed?
No, listen, I won't steal anything else. I'm lucky to have room and board at one of the finest places in Karnaca. I can't lose this job.
Oh, really? You like being a servant? Polishing and dusting?
The place smells of lavender and antique furniture. Not like the dust district where the soot makes your teeth gray.
Is that any way to talk about the place where we got our start, Beatrix? You're too good for street dust now. We'll see about that! No.
Brothers and sisters of my blood, and all the ladies make this great city. This is the Duke. You must all know my voice by now. A new empress sits on the throne.
Oh God.
Our rightful ruler called Delilah Copperspoon, first of her name. May she reign forever. Traitor, West traitor. Her claims is love. Morally, treasonous nation. If they want war, we'll give it to them. No matter how many of you I have.
Did anyone ever find out what happened to Pearlton and Lieutenant Cobers?
They probably ran off, you ask me. Must have had a thing for each other.
No, she went missing a day before he did. And someone found an officer's pistol in the gutter. I think something else happened. Maybe they went inside the conservatory.
Look, Karnaca's leaking people. We tell ourselves we're keeping it together, but everyone is afraid of what will happen when it really falls apart.
This place is properly screwed up.
Go away.
Did I just miss?
Everything's all right.
You just...
It's annoying, you dearies. I can feel it. Don't waste the blood. You don't know anything. You won't.
Finally dead now? Jesus Christ, that took a while. What was that? 047. Ashworth within an existential graph.
Answer all this once.
Man. This used to be like a little schoolhouse, and now it's just bloodfly hell. Just get on the thing. Alright, I may need to use some of my runes to get this. Are you serious? This game can be very inconsistent sometimes. What the hell was that noise? Reverberation tubing. Stinging bolts, bone charm. I have a new assignment for one with your unique talents. I'd like you to retrieve the old Risborough prototype on display at the Royal Conservatory. It's likely well protected, but I'll double the finder's fee. Bring it back to me at the shop MV. Okay. Okay. Now, we're not gonna head in here yet, but I just need to I need to find a way back to the...
Ashworth is somewhere inside the Royal Conservatory.
Yeah, because there's more stuff for me to grab, and I don't want to forget it. So we're not quite going inside here just yet. Or maybe we are, because it's not providing me with an option. At least not much of one, anyway. Will this work? No. Last notes from the lodger. I heard the noises again last night, but I won't open that trunk, not with him in there. I can't even stand to look at it. And going back to our apartment isn't a possibility since the Grand Guard seized the place. One little push shoved him harder than that on 100 occasions, but he hit his head and the life went out of him, the plonker. Never was any good since the day I married him. After he was gone, at first it was all right. More food for me anyway. Then things started to get putrid, just like him to torment me from beyond. Still, it was only a smell. But now it's noises, and I can't figure it out. His spirit has come for revenge. That's what I think one minute. The next, I'm sure it's just rats making a home in his skin. I yelled quiet the other day, but the noise got stronger, just like he was going to burst out. Not sure how much more I can take. That seems to work to kill them. So yeah, he was full on infested by blood flies. She killed him, shoved him in a trunk, and then I'm assuming she opened it at some point, and then he was infested with blood flies. That's nasty. It's a really awful way to go as well. Yep, and there she died. This one's swimmingly as well, clearly. No charm. Nice. Some sort of dispute over gambling, I'd imagine. Gin, 2 ounces, cane sugar, and a small spoon, ice, a handful of nutmeg fresh. Nice. Howlers don't play. When you want to know what happened to the owner before you, when he says no more payouts and that's that, we says, alright, you got us. And left him alone. Then we paid one of his friends to take him fishing a week later. They were out on the water all day, real good day, caught lots of fish. Coming back, his friend gave him a letter from us and ran off. In it, I spelled out how the bait they was using all day was bits of his mother. Howlers don't play, you piece of shit. You got 3 days. Yeah, so they're painting a pretty clear picture of who the Howlers are. Yeah, and clearly they got paid that visit. Let's go talk to the outsider. Yeah, this place is tripwire hell. Sometimes they're very hard to see. Hello, outsider.
Look at you, leaving a trail of bloody boot prints across this dying city. Breanna Ashworth would have been miserable as a member of high society, forced to wed some bloated banker. Her only moments of real freedom, getting drunk at fancy balls, and slipping away to couple with strangers. It would have ended in an unhappy marriage and a late-night plunge into an icy river. But just before Mother and Father married her off, so many years ago, she found Delilah instead. It was all highways and graveyards after that, never looking back. Vice Overseer Byrne is an ambitious man, but he believes in the Abbey's mission, protecting the good people of the Empire against the likes of us. You know he'd be happier deep down if this ended with Breanna Ashworth's head on a spike. Maybe yours as well.
It's creepy and fucky as that guy is, he's got a fair few solid points. Okay, I believe that is everything I can get from here. I think everything else is going to be, yeah, that's all in the conservatory. Alright, let's go and talk to the black market dealer again before we go back and head into the conservatory.
Hairs on the back of my neck are tingling.
What? Somebody's down!
I wonder who that was.
What? No! Is he?
Well, y'all weren't exactly the smartest bunch. You're persistent looking for me, I'll give you that.
Huh? Welcome back.
Your acquaintance didn't make it.
A shame. In that case, I have a proposition for you. Recover the Roseboro prototype for me, and I'll pay you the finder's fee and something extra.
I'll think about it.
Take a look at what I've got for sale while you think. Welcome back.
Oh,
Please,
okay.
take your time.
So here's where we get one of the interesting things. So the golden blueprints unlock very special abilities.
This is what I have for
So that's what these ones are here. So these ones are some pretty solid upgrades. So you can see those areas with the gears on top. There are masterwork upgrades available wherever you see those. So there's a masterwork grenade, masterwork sword, masterwork gear, masterwork pistol upgrades, and masterwork crossbow upgrades. And we just got one of those. So yeah, those are fun when you find them. They're very interesting little additions you can get to augment your gear. We'll get hardened bolts.
Excellent choice.
And we'll get the deep howl bolts.
No need to wrap it for you, I suppose.
Okay. Now, so we've got that upgrade. So now whenever we shoot hounds with our howling bolts, they should flee from us.
Get out of my face, Owen. If you're looking for...
Alright. Let's get going to the Royal Conservatory. And don't worry, that crank wheel, we're going to be coming back to it. Just thought I'd put it in its place for when we're ready for it. Mine collapses numerous casualties. A representative from the Miners Family Committee reports that another similar mine has partially collapsed, leaving 8 miners injured and killing 12. The committee maintains that the Duke's unrealistic production goals are the true culprit, citing the overlong shifts that have been in practice since mine owner Aramis Stilton disappeared. The mines are now managed directly by the Grand Palace until such a time as Stilton returns or until a new director can be found. However, the Grand Palace's official statement blamed the collapse on human error and threatened to arrest anyone found guilty of demoralizing the people of Karnaca. We at the Karnaca Gazette certainly support the efforts to maintain Serkonos' unity. Our thoughts go to families of those injured or killed. It's always thoughts, nothing else. Thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. If only they could actually ever accomplish anything. Alright, let's get going into the conservatory. We're gonna sweep this place clean.
I need to find out how a sword through the heart wasn't enough to kill our new Empress Delilah.
But cannot. After trying to make grave hounds for weeks, she gave up. You should have seen the twisted things she made. All snouts and teeth and gills.
That's just the way it is, dear Pamelia. Delilah wears the outsider's mark, and some of what she can do flows down to us.
It doesn't.
Think about working your fingers raw, weaving nets, or raising cows to slaughter. Any of the gifts we receive is better than living under the boot.
That's true and fine. A wise way to look at things. But it won't help Lucinda rise any higher in Delilah's favor.
I have no qualms with killing these folks. Not that I have anything against witchcraft. I mean, I myself consider myself Wiccan, so... But... Nah. This be evil magic. Or at least magic used in an evil manner. I do not appreciate. That's just savage. Unfinished letter to Abigail. Abigail, cherished cousin, can you get some of his hair in a recent handkerchief? If so, handle them as little as possible and send them to me wrapped in wax paper. Leave the rest to me and he'll have bad luck for the rest of his days. No one should be forced to marry an old oyster like him. Just thinking on his horrid purple lips makes me cringe. You poor little dove. How clever of Uncle Max to finally see the match was no good. Also, I'll send you some ointment for your complexion, Alicia. It's, once again, you sympathize with these enemies in particular throughout this game, because a lot of them were kind of forcibly placed into the situations that lead them to this path, you know? It's the evils of a society that leaves people in the dregs simply for something not of their own volition, you know? None of these folks chose to be born lower class or whatever pushed them to these points, but they're there now. And when you have a society that doesn't allow people their freedoms, this is what results. People choose dark paths. It's not even really a choice. They're forced into something they may not have otherwise done. Okay, let's have a look. So, I can't remember, can I just go grab this now, or do I push the button? I've made a save game, so I might just grab it and then see if that does anything. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna also do is I'm gonna upgrade my dark vision so I can see machines and collectibles as well. That way I'm not missing out on anything. Ooh, one of them. Really? Okay. And I need more flammable shit. Shit. It's very interesting to see how much of a home that the witches have made in this place. They truly have made it something different. I'm struggling to find any more flammable bottles. Okay, we might just have to be aggressive. So many corpses, Jesus Christ. Okay, I could just shoot it, but I also don't want to alert anything. So I'm going to stand in the farthest corner I can reach. Very cool aesthetically. It's like the elements of witchcraft that they're able to produce. It's so cool. These poor people in the walls. Now. I don't think so. This area is always pretty lightly guarded. Oh shit. Okay, once again, we're going to stand in the farthest corner we can. And we're going to shoot.
Timing is everything.
Okay, so this is the main room where stuff gets interesting. But
Face when I told her she was going to die soon. Well, that's what the tea leaves.
So you steal this trick? I need to cut off your hand then.
She has to be close. I know you're here somewhere.
well, that didn't go as smoothly as I would have hoped.
Look everywhere.
Be careful. She's probably hiding somewhere close.
Any sign of her?
So yeah, that wasn't exactly my most graceful moment. Varage and Blade consume mana fused within... Oh.
I'll find you, you know.
How did Jindosh die? Someone got inside that strange house of his.
I don't know, Delilah. Forgive me.
No, my dear. It's a loss. But I doubt he had anything more to give us.
Sokolov was taken away as well.
Who would want that ancient fool? Never mind. How goes the communion? I am hungry to whisper into the ears of the oracular sisters.
My influence grows. Last night, I walked through a dream with one of them, and we drank from a fountain in the town where she was born.
Vice Overseer Burns' suspicions were right.
Business with Jindosh won't affect things.
No. He continued to tinker with the lenses. Thicker, thinner, more opaque. It was tiresome to watch. I still have the old lenses and cast-off parts piled in my workshop, but Jindosh finished some time ago. The rest is up to me, learning to use the machine. A tricky thing, touching the void through such a device.
Blood and biscuits. I look forward to using it myself once you're ready.
Will you visit soon?
Perhaps. Dunwall Tower is mostly in hand. The High Overseer won't be a problem anymore. And there's the matter of my own project. I grow more excited with each brushstroke. When I come to Karnaca, we'll drink an ocean of good wine and stay tight as a boiled owl.
I look forward to it.
For now, I need your eyes on the Duke. At least until we have the sisters under control. There's no one else I trust. I'll reach out to you again on the morrow. Farewell.
Goodbye, Delilah, my empress.
So yeah, there you go. They are in fact influencing the oracular order. Void armor. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Black bone charm notes. I've set out to craft a new bone charm, and I hope to have it blackened, in keeping with those of greater power. It will complement the one that I've carried since finding it within a mausoleum in Alba. Though it's rare to meet others touched by the void, summoners beware, for as long as I carry that bone charm, their rats and vermin will turn against them, and the new charm, if it works, will shield me against assassins. I'm still working on my protective charm. I've taken the Tivian Grey Bone recipe and altered it, using much more burdock root. The instructions were vague, and the safeguards it offers are weak. 18th, neither chamomile nor nasturtiums added to the mix gave me the right effect, though they perfume the air quite nicely. I feel well protected from unpleasant smells, but not much else. I finally got it, hellebore, of course, fermented and reduced over a low flame. It is rare to achieve this effect, where the bone charm turns darkest black, as I wanted. I'm warded against the first bullet or bolt from an assassin's weapon. The initial shot would fell me, would instead change to blood flies in an instant. Interesting. So yeah, they've introduced bone charm crafting as like a sweepingly used mechanic by even the NPCs. It's pretty cool.
These odd lenses might be linked to what Ashworth is working on.
The original lenses Jindosh and I devised for the oracular were horribly flawed. Rather than focusing the energies of the void, the faulty lenses scattered them. My head was filled with noise, and the spiritual channel linking me to Delilah's magic was nearly extinguished. I will not cease my efforts until our coven controls the Sisters of the Oracular Order, but I know now that that I proceed at grave risk. The old lenses could have been my ruin. They are stored in my workshop for now, but must be destroyed.
If I can sabotage Ashworth's communion device, she'll be powerless.
We'll see. We'll go through the rest of this area while I ruminate. Okay, let's have a look. Anything else worth taking? Don't think so. I hope this doesn't alert anyone. I find it really annoying that those things can alert enemies. That shouldn't be a thing. I'll just read it out. It's annoying that I've got to read it out and that you don't get to hear the voice yet, but I might come back and... Yeah, I might come back and listen to that one later. Shit. Come on, go back to your basic spot. You gone yet?
And say them just right. Otherwise the spell won't work, no matter how many goose feathers you've gathered.
Can I cannot.
Put her on a ship bound for Bethesda.
Shit. Shit.
Fine. I was just bored.
Come on. Why can't I stand on that? That's annoying. I can't remember what these things' weakness are. I have a guess it's fire, but I don't really have access to any of that. Okay. I might have to destroy these things in order to make it through here. But what we're gonna do is not just hitting the fucking button. Alright. Let's have a look. Oh, please kill it. Okay, 2 shots. Those vine things are always kind of an annoyance to deal with, but we managed it.
Not twice.
Okay. So we have managed to clear this top area. There's a rune down there and a bone charm down there, which means I think our next stop Yep. Okay. That's a fair few witches. Alright.
I'll never let this be done. I'll never, ever. Can I not let her do that again? Progress. Where am I going to get that? Maybe the incantation will work with just a little muck from the street.
Okay, now we're back on this area, which is good because I need to restock on ammo. Okay, so we've pretty much set ourselves up in a pretty good position, but what I need to do next requires a little bit of chaos, which I am very good at sewing. So now, how's everybody over here looking? Pretty good. Now I do what I wanted to do the first time. That's what I was aiming to do that first time when I completely failed and alerted everything. Ain't nobody gonna stop me?
I can hear her voice. I can feel her spirit touching mine.
I don't want to hear about your spirit touching. Okay.
What?
Okay. Oh, I hear footsteps.
I know you're here somewhere. Come back here.
That was pretty smooth, if I do say so myself. She saw me, but didn't live that much longer to be able to talk about it.
So this could be tampered with. Ashworth could be cut off from the void entirely. No more witchcraft.
Okay. All of you, if you share my loyalty to Delilah and to our coven, heed my words. Again, I was haunted by nightmares about the oraculum. The original lenses Jindosh used in the device nearly ruined me. I felt Delilah's magic flicker, and the flame she rekindled in me almost went dark like it did after Brigmore 15 years ago. I fear another accident like that will cost me everything, my connection to my void, to magic itself. We cannot afford any more mistakes. I will study the discarded lenses in my workshop and then have them destroyed. Remember that the Delilah is relying on my efforts and the oraculum is attuned to me alone. Do not interfere with the device, only I have a chance to control the oracular sisters. Yeah. These are like the dead corpses of oracular order members, which is why they're able to influence them, using a connection to the old to form a connection to the new. Okay.
Now to activate it and sever Ashworth's connection to the void.
Alright, are we gonna do this? We've done that. Oh, why not? Say goodbye to your powers, Ashworth.
What will I do now? I'm ruined. I'm feeling the things I...
And you're powerless.
Oh, Delilah.
I don't know how she was able to resist being choked out like that. That was weird. I just wanted her bone charms. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that negates the powers and just gets rid of all the enemies in here. Nice. Yeah. Alright, that's the wrong border. Shit. Yep. Dogs are gone too. But I left her alive. I grant her that much.
Mother, would I even be in this situation if you'd lived? How much of this sprang from your time on the throne?
It's almost resentful in that line there. It's interesting. Mrs. Breanna, like you asked, I stored your audiograph recordings in the archive down there in the basement, and I tied it up around the oraculum just as you asked. Some of the others were talking about the old lenses you took out of that oraculum device after the accident, saying they were going to bury the lenses forever at the bottom of the ocean. Well, that didn't sound right to me, so I just stored them in the effigy's workshop in case you find some use. All my other chores are done, so I'll prepare your lychee, yeah, maybe? No, leche? Whatever, thistle tea. I'm grateful for all the second chances you've given me. I'm sure over the time I'll feel Delilah's presence and learn the magic just like my coven sisters. Please don't cast me out. I'll make you and Empress Delilah proud, I promise. Karina.
Ashworth's journal might tell me more about why Delilah can't be killed.
Unfinished letter to Delilah. Delilah, when we can't talk, I write. There are things only you will understand. Daily I feel my connection to the void growing, and through me your power calls out to those who would join our coven. New faces, new voices. Our bond is stronger than it was at Brigmore, yet you feel so far away. If we were together, I could say more. As it is, as if I can see beyond the air into another time or place. You have parted a curtain that I never knew was there. Oh, Delilah, strange and beautiful whispers are carried on the breeze. I am forever grateful of being your instrument. Not anymore, you're not. Hi, Delilah.
As if you could ever hide your face from me, Emily. Little Black Sparrow, free from your cage at last.
It's done. Breanna Ashworth is no longer a witch.
You villain! You don't even know what you've done. A great bloom wilts and fades from the world.
Delilah, I will take apart everything you've built until I have what's mine.
Oh, Breanna. I don't believe we will speak again. The thought of seeing you reduced to such a pale, sad thing. It's too much to bear. I hate you for this, child.
Hold on to that hate, usurper. You deserve worse. And you're going to get it.
Once again, Emily showing a bit more of her dark side. Proposal from Curator Hayden. To Breanna Ashworth, Curator of the Royal Conservatory. Although we have never met, we share occupations overseeing cultural artifacts and historical oddities. You and Serkonos and me and Morley. I have heard much about you and have long admired the stories regarding your exhibits. To the matter at hand, I propose an artistic exchange. At the Morley Gallery of History and Sculpture, we have works by many of the greats, including Anton Sokolov himself. Additionally, we have many unearthed items of a much unusual quality, which never fail to amuse and bewilder the public. But we'd like to broaden our coverage. To that end, would you be interested in exchange? I'm particularly eager to get my hands on some of your own works in your conservatory's collection of mechanized fauna, and high hopes Finley Hayden, Curator, Morley Gallery of History and Sculpture. Makes you wonder what this place would have looked like before all the witchcraft and everything. I mean, the witchcraft was always here, but makes you wonder what it would have looked like before it was corrupted in the way it currently is. I think I pretty much have free reign of the place at this point. I don't think any of the witches are still conscious. Her heart I bathed in poison.
After Delilah fell to the assassin Dowd, her magic was lost, and the coven scattered. I made a new life in Karnaca. Then I heard her whispering from the void, leading me to the Duke, who heard those same whispers. Together we worked to bring Delilah back into the world, changing the Empire from the home of Aramis Stilton 3 years ago. Across the Isles, all of us who'd been with her at Brigmore and before, we felt the magic return. Others joined. New faces, new blood. Now, Delilah is immortal. Forever. She holds Dunwall, and we've turned to corrupting the oracular order. The Overseers take guidance from their prophetic sisters, and soon we'll influence their dreams and visions.
So, yeah. Aramis Stilton's house is the place where they brought Delilah back into. Or at least they contacted her. So that'll be our next port of call, I suppose. Okay. I think we're pretty much good to leave this place. Yep, alright. I think that's just about it. Just do one final sweep through this area I came in through to see if there's anything I can re-grab. Oh, don't think so. It's probably been this wood, like all the corpses and everything. It's probably been developing into this, to what it is now, since the, pretty much since the witches took over, to be honest. It's certainly something to behold, I'll give it that. Alright, let's get moving. Alright, let's go visit that black market dealer one more time before we leave. And then I'll show you what that crank wheel was for. Smooth. Okay, dude, I got your prototype.
Welcome back. I see you found the prototype.
Your acquaintance didn't make it.
It is a risky line of work, I'm afraid, but let's not dwell. I expect you'll be interested in payment. First your finder's fee, of course, and if you like, I can draw up some schematics based on the prototype, something you can use to modify your tools. And as a token of my appreciation, a discount at the shop.
A fair deal.
What a pleasant surprise to see you again.
So we got magnetized bullets, which disrupt clockwork soldiers, and impact grenades. As well
I
as...
want blueprints for better weaponry. Farewell, and do take care out on the streets.
So we got those, and configurable grooving, so that's another yellow blueprint.
Welcome back.
I'll show you what that... Yeah!
Please, take your time.
So we've got our crossbow masterworks.
Plans for your gear.
So when using the spyglass, the crossbow has perfect aim even when you chain shots, improve damage. Bolts can pierce multiple enemies, improve damage. So that one adds a little scope. What does that one add? I think it adds like little pulleys and everything onto it. We'll take the long distance lever, because I like having the scope.
No need to wrap it for you, I suppose.
Alright, so we got 884 coins. Let's see. Magnetized bolts are going to be really good.
I'm certain you will be satisfied with your purchase.
And we'll grab some more bullet pouch space. And let's see. Grab. Yep, a couple crossbow bolts. Alright.
Visit again soon. And keep a close watch on your coin.
So, here's what our crossbow looks like. It's got a little scope on it, you can see. And when we aim, it's that. So this thing is a frickin' sniper rifle now. I love it. So we opened it up. What could possibly be through here, I wonder? There's a black market shop symbol, huh? What? I don't remember that hatch being there. What the heck? Yeah, so I did miss a step on this process, so we're gonna go do that real quick. Okay. There we go. All right. And here's our third robbery. It's always nice to rob a store. Not in real life. Please don't rob stores in real life. Especially if they're owned by small businesses, please. Okay. Anything else in here that I've missed? I saw a young woman digging near the Royal Conservatory. I thought she must have lost something, so I approached to help. But as I got closer, she could see she was burying someone very recently dead. Before she looked up from her exertions, I ran. So many things are odd lately. An owl nailed to a door on my way to the market. Dead, but I felt it was watching me. Who would do such a thing? A woman with strange eyes entered my shop and wanted to buy elixir, but as trade she offered a jar of slugs. I told her no, but she argued, said they were raised only on dog's blood, as if they made them more valuable. Sinister was her look when I asked her to leave. What will become of me in this city? Alright, well I think that's just about it for this mission. Let's get schmovin'. Hey, Megan.
So it's done.
Ashworth won't be a problem anymore.
Good. But Emily, there's something else. Back when I lived in Dunwall, I did things that I'm not proud of.
Isn't that a requirement for citizenship?
What I've got to say is not a joke. I knew Delilah and Ashworth. Bought into their bullshit. Which led me down a bad road. To be honest, before all this, I thought Delilah dead. I don't want to get into it right now. But I felt like you should know. There are things I regret.
You never know who to trust, do you?
Everybody makes mistakes, Empress.
Oh, that look on her
You'll
face.
have to tell me all your secrets someday. Are you ready to leave now?
Let's go.
Yes, let's go.
I like how
Take me
hostile
back to the
Emily was
dreadful
there. Once again, high chaos.
Another step toward the Duke of Serkonos. And Delilah.
High chaos. Yep. Man. Let's see how we did. We got almost everything. Nice. Shrewd negotiations. Parley with Delilah, Witch no more. Black market high, spying overseers. Yeah, nice. Alright, everybody. Thank you for popping by and hanging out with me for this one. This is going to do it for this evening. Or this, if it's evening for you. It's evening for me. But yes, if you enjoyed this one, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun and excitement. Yeah. We'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye now.